How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to the movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for the series is going to be my review on the 2023 Christmas comedy film, and that is Candy Cane Lane. Now, this is directed by Reginald Hudlin, who you may know him as the director of films such as the original House Party and Boomerang. And this film tells a story where a man named Chris, played by Eddie Murphy, he is determined to win the annual Christmas decorating contest. And so what ends up happening is that he makes a pact with an elf named Peppa, played by Jillian Bell, to help him win. And what ends up happening is that the elf then casts a spell in which she brings the 12 days of Christmas to life. And what ends up happening is that it brings unexpected chaos to the town. So that's pretty much the story of Candy Cane Lane. Now, after I first saw the trailer for this movie, I was kind of intrigued to check this one out since this was a new Christmas film. And plus, this was a new film of Eddie Murphy. And you guys may know already, I'm a massive fan of Eddie Murphy myself. Like, he is one of my favorite comedians. And I pretty much love every single one of his well-known roles that everyone seems to know and love with this actor. Like, I love the Beverly Hills Cop movies, the Shrek movies, the Nutty Professor movies, Mulan, and Coming to America, and other films he has appeared in over the last few years and decades. And while there has been a few misfires under his belt and all that, but he has still made a few handful of films that I tend to enjoy quite a bit and all that. And I was also surprised that this was from the director of Boomerang, which that was an Eddie Murphy movie. So it was kind of strange. It was kind of surprising to see that both Eddie Murphy and the director Reginald Hudlin were coming back together to make a new movie together and all that after all this time. So I was kind of intrigued to see what these two people were going to do with this new movie here and all that. And this film came out on the 1st of December of this year in all over the world, which it came out on Amazon Prime and all that. And so, but I didn't watch this film on opening day because I was seeing some other things around the time and all that. But I did finally check out this film today. I just got done watching this film today. And after watching this whole movie here, I wouldn't necessarily say this is like the next new Christmas classic or anything like that. And I wouldn't say it's like one of Eddie Murphy's next best films or anything like that. But I can still say this was overall a decent Christmas film here. The things that I did like in this film was the acting. Like Eddie Murphy, I thought he was pretty fun in the movie here as Chris. And his character depth in the film I thought was pretty solid here. As well as with his urgency, like where we do learn about like his life with his family and all that, which I thought that was pretty solid here as well. And you've got Jillian Bell, who plays this mischievous elf named Peppa. I thought she was pretty fun in the movie here. And you've got Tracee Ellis Ross, who plays Eddie Murphy's wife in the film. I thought she was also pretty solid as well. And as for everyone else who were in the film here, I thought they all gave solid performances here. And as for like the concept, it is pretty creative, where it's basically about the 12 days of Christmas that come to life, and then they end up causing chaos around town and all that. But as for storytelling wise, like the overall main story isn't too bad here. It's just that there are some like subplots and all that that kind of felt a bit uninteresting and all that, and they kind of felt really clustered and all that, where we do see some of like the characters' arcs in the film and all that, which I just felt some of them just felt really uninteresting to me as I was watching the film and all that. And as for the direction for the film, it is pretty good looking here by Reginald Hudlin, who directed this film here. Like the sets and all look really good here. Like we do see a few houses where there's a few Christmas decorations and all that. And even when we get to the shop where Peppa runs and all that, it looks really, really unique here. Through where we see a few like Christmas decorations and other kinds of like properties involving Christmas and all that. And the visuals as well, they were pretty decent here. Like when we do see like the miniature the figurines in the film that come to life and all that, which the way they move and all that was pretty good here. Although there are a few like visuals in the film here that I kind of felt would have been noticeable and all that, which that's another issue I did have with this film here. And as for like the humor in the film, it is pretty enjoyable here. Like there's a good amount of like jokes in the film that they get a few chuckles out of me. Like some of the jokes are like kind of like references to like things like involving Christmas and all that. Like they reference a few Christmas films and some other things involving Christmas and all that. And while there were a few jokes in the film here that just didn't quite land for me in the slightest or anything like that. But overall, in the end, guys, Candy Cane Lane, I thought this was overall a decent Christmas film here. It certainly isn't like the next new Christmas classic or anything like that, but this was still overall not bad of a watch, yeah. And if you're a fan of like Christmas films, or you're a huge fan of Eddie Murphy like I am, I can definitely say this will definitely be a good cup of tea for yourselves, yeah. So that's pretty much all to say about Candy Cane Lane. I'm going to give Candy Cane Lane 3 out of 5. Like I said before, this was just overall another decent Christmas film here, and despite having a few issues I did have with this film here, I certainly did not have a terrible time while I was watching this film at home here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my AK After Hours store review on Candy Cane Lane, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already or were just recently checked out this film. Did you have a really fun time with this, or was this not really a cup of tea? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Foggins Media Corner signing off.